myself, I should have known. Destined a place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. Talks my heart online. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights. Was I part of your design? Push me till I broke alone. No one heard my heart explode. It's a suicide dive, just leave when you die and question everything you know. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart online. Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 a.m. Told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home. Blame myself, I should have known. Destined a place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart online. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights.
Number 2 of the M&S Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour as we visit Southern National in Lucama. Last week, we saw Adam Holston win in a chaotic 2-lap dash to the finish at Hickory Motor Speedway. This track is vastly different, but still plenty of room for racing. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network. My name is Chris Raska, Robert McKay alongside, as always, a shorter track length and higher banking. What does that change from last week for these drivers?
Well, one of the big things is how you tackle this track, right? Obviously, as you said, it's a lot different than Hickory Motor Speedway. It almost reminds me of Bristol to an extent, with just the way that it kind of races. So it'll be interesting to see how these drivers kind of tackle on this track and how much difference of a driving style we see.
Yeah, last week we were at Hickory Motor Speedway, flat track, almost no banking in the corners. This track, a lot of banking, is about 20 degrees if I remember correctly. So plenty of room for drivers to kind of spread out, maybe take alternate lines through the corners, use the banking to their advantage to try and take maybe a longer way, but keep the momentum up and use the high side.
Yeah, exactly. This track kind of fits your driving style a little bit better, Raska, kind of ripping that top. What you will see, though, is that drivers might have an easier time kind of making passes on the top, which is something that was very hard last week at Hickory. So hopefully something we see different. Now, before we start the race, a few rule changes from last week that wanted to inform the viewers on at home. Got to pull that up here. So this is new from Race Control. Something's different from last week. So we'll start off here with M&S Welding, and then we'll move on to the late model stock tour during that broadcast. But for the street stocks, caution laps do not count. Now that is something different from last week where they did. Only green flag laps will count. There will be live race control in the tower, but iRacing cautions still remain in effect. EOL penalty system is different, so EOLs will be handed to drivers that cause cautions, and the system is as follows. The first strike, you get an EOL. The second strike is an EOL and a green flag pass-through, and third strike, you are disqualified. So just a little bit of different rules here, trying to create some more green flag action here. So it'll be interesting to see how these drivers maybe race a little bit differently now that the rules are a little bit stricter and kind of discourage putting your foot to the floor and not lifting until you see God or a checkered flag.
Yeah, these rule changes should realistically change how these drivers tackle the track, and maybe it'll increase drivers taking alternate grooves as well to try and avoid contact as well. But it's still short track racing. Contact is still gonna happen. But these rule changes, Race Control is planning on making to try and improve the racing quality, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I am in support of this, obviously. A lot of cautions happened last week, but hey, it's short track racing. it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. Let's pull up the grid here, presented to you by M&S Welding. All right, Raska, take us away.
Daniel Brunelli put his number 18 on pole position. Christopher Shepard starting second. Michael Wade, Adam Holston, Dylan Brumley, Brad Nelson, Dave Billings, Brandon Willard, Hunter Rose, and James Sturdivant round out row number 5. Ashton Beam, Jared Knopsnyder, Caleb Hunt, Devin Lyons, Robert Brenneman, Chad Allen, and Adam Baker rounds out your 17 car field.
Exactly, and we'll scroll through. Had a little bit of issues with the ticker. Scrolling through the rest of the field here. As the pace car rolls. Getting ready to go here at Southern National. See Dave Billings there in the pits. Didn't make the start. See that randomizer taking effect. For those of you who didn't watch last week, the way that the top 8 works here in the street stocks is the top 8 is randomized after qualifying and before we roll off here on the line. So a little bit interesting rule there just to kind of mix it up. So it looks like, trying to cut to him here, that's the 99. Brandon Willard wins that kind of shuffle there in that throwback scheme. I really like that High Life Buick. I haven't seen a Buick in a while.
I don't think I've seen a Buick street stock.
Yeah, they're somewhat common in like the official series. I've seen Buicks a few times. Although to be fair, I don't really see Buicks on the road, but
that is a different issue altogether. But yeah, beautiful paint scheme for Brandon Willard, and a lot of good paint schemes I'm seeing and throughout this entire field.
yeah, exactly. As you see the field rolling past here. Yeah, a lot of clean schemes this week. Got that DuPont throwback there from the 67 machine. I believe that's James Sturdivant.
James Sturdivant in that 67 car. Yeah, a lot of good paint schemes. Only throwback was last week at a historic track. Pace cars in, green flag flies. We're racing here from Southern National.
Yeah, here comes the 99 there on the top side. Gets the move done on the 17. Takes the lead. Here comes the 5 to the top of the 17. Michael Wade up to second. See, the 18's around. Saves it.
We saw that last week, too. Pushing too hard on lap 1. But, yeah, there's that 67, the 96 going to the high side. What I mentioned in the pre-race show, that higher banking allows for that higher line to be driven.
And see a lot more side-by-side action as Michael Wade sets the fastest lap. See, the 19 here, Christopher Shepard gets the move done on the 17. Here comes Michael Wade on the attack. The 17 on the top side here to the 33 and the 88. 18
and the 02 right there, our winner last week. Charging hard, already damaged to the nose of that 02.
Yeah, then that Skull Bandit machine. Good to see Skull back on a car, though that one looks a little rusty. Might need to sandblast that one.
Yeah, it looks all patchy. But some of these lower profit teams don't really have the time to put together a good looking paint scheme. They're focused on building a fast car, and it proved last week with the 02 winning. But Brandon Willard still out in the lead, lap 7 in the books. Lap 6 in the books. Michael Wade, Christopher Shepard still right on the tail.
Yeah, I see the field kind of single filing out as the 18 of Daniel Brunelli sets the fastest lap. He originally had pole position before that reshuffling. We saw him get loose there on lap 1. Looks like he's back on the charge again, looking for the lead as spin in the back. 17 saves it.
What a save by the 17, and the green flag is still out.
Yeah, the 12 still leading. You see the 18 trying to get the move done here on the 02.
After we single filed out, I haven't noticed a lot of drivers kind of search up the track for alternate lines. Spin on the front stretch, 25 out around, caution flies. Lap 10 of 50.
And again, caution laps do not count. So we'll be going to green with 49 to go.
I was mentioning this before the 25 spun. I was expecting with the lower horsepower of these street stocks, of drivers trying to look for alternate lines, trying to use momentum instead of using horsepower like they do in the truck series. The truck series benefit from running the high side a lot. Underpowered, using momentum instead of pure horsepower. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, trying to find it here. Alright.
Ashton Beam, driver of the 25 to the inside of 17.
That was the save from the 17. Here's the incident with the... Yeah, let's see here. Edge comes up too high and then gets cut off the nose there, the 19.
Yeah, just hard racing. It's very hard at speed to kind of judge where your car is going to be. And especially with how close to the limit these drivers set their cars up. be interesting. It's very, very hard to see. It's very hard to like kind of gauge what's gonna happen, but
Yeah, exactly. And again,
it looked like too much damage at 25.
Yeah, these drivers, though, racing very respectfully. Something I did notice with these new rules in place. Caution lights on the pace car go out. We're 1 to go here at Southern National. Gonna be interesting to see here what that 5 can do. You see that top side work very well on the restart.
Yeah, it's up to the 99 to go, but if the 5 can go with him, it'll be side by side in turn 1. And we go, and there's the 5 on the outside. Getting a push from the 18 of Brunelli.
Is it gonna be enough, though, coming out of turn 2? They're still side by side.
Side by side.
Up the racetrack goes the 99. Here comes the 18.
3 wide.
Spin in the back.
Spin in the back. 82, 96. Involved off of turn number 4. Caution flies again.
Let's get that replay up, figure out exactly what happened. See, Robert Brennan gets the meatball. Oh, they just sent it 3. If this is how it's going to be, yeah, I think they just sent it 3 wide. Oh, no, it happened. Oh.
Hard hit for that 96 car.
All right, this looks like it started further.
82. Starts with the 82 Hunter Rose, and I think, yeah, that 9 car. Not sure who that is.
Yeah, you see the 82 get spun. And the 96, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You see the cars rolling through here. Still only on lap 11.
That was the 24 Devin Lyons in that 9 machine. So hard hit for the 96. You saw the bumper get out. Seeing the 96 continue on just shows how tough these cars are.
Yeah, these street stocks, I mean, they take a good beating, and that's something that you kind of need with these kind of cars on short tracks. Is because it's good old bumping and grinding racing, so you need something that's not going to fall apart. Next gen car.
Green flag back in the air. We're racing and dissing NASCAR, apparently. 99 clear into the lead.
Black flag, though, for the 99.
Tries clearing off the 5 nose. Yeah, Robert Brenneman in that 96 had that hard hit. He's on pit road, currently getting repaired. But he's not out of it yet. He still looks like he might come back out on track.
Here is 99 letting the 18 side by side here. That 99 has a black flag from the start. I'm assuming that he jumped in on accident. Still a black flag nonetheless. He'll be coming down here pit road momentarily as the 18 regains the lead as the 99 is around.
Yeah, had some help from that 5. Slowed up off of turn 2, presumably to let the field by to go do his drive through, and 5 wasn't expecting it, or contact happens.
You know what they say? Cautions breed cautions.
Cautions. What was it that Colin Grace said that one race?
Shoot, yeah, you're right. He said
Cautions breed cautions, and now there's a whole family of cautions.
Yeah, that was at
something like that.
That was at Sonoma for the Burnt Rubber Racing Association Cup Series. That was an interesting race. All right, let's get the replay here. See exactly what happened. This is gonna be with the 99 of Brandon Willard, just getting a bump there from the 5.
Yeah, it looked like Brandon Willard tried going down to the apron, or down towards the inside to try and get to pit road safely, and I don't think the 5 was expecting it. But what a race these drivers have put on for us today.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a great race. Obviously, lap 14, just because the cautions don't count. So it'll be interesting to see if these drivers kind of tamper off the brakes here a little bit, try to, you know, get the rest of this race going. We have an hour and 15 minutes until the drop of the green flag for the next series. But again, you don't want it going on that long considering this is only 50 laps.
Yeah, it's only 50 laps, and these drivers, most of these drivers also race in the Hudson Auto Works late model stock tour, which we will see later tonight. As we double up and get ready to go racing again. Green flag flies. Brunelli goes. Wade does not. Wade has a car to the inside. That's a 33 of
The 33 of Nelson, Brad T. Nelson.
Yeah, Brad Nelson. I was trying to find on my ticker where he was.
18 off to a fantastic lead as he lets everyone else fend for himself, and he's riding off into the sunset.
Clean asphalt in front of the 18. Not so much. 33.
Oh!
Moves it around. Big wreck on the front stretch. And we're wrecking into turn 1. Oh my goodness. Big wreck into turn 1.
Oh, hard hit there for the 82.
Yeah, I saw the 02 Adam Holstein get tanked going into turn 1, just pile up.
Yeah, and there's no fast repairs either, so we're going to have a lot of wrecked race cars out of this one. Let's pull up the replay and see exactly what happened here.
A lot happened.
Yeah. All right.
So Brad Nelson got contact off of turn number 4. You're looking at the 02 of Adam Holstein. But the 33 had contact with the 5 and the 22. 22 goes up the track.
Oh.
And then 33 and 02, and yeah. Lots of things happened.
And chaos ensues.
Chaos very much ensued.
Yep, cautions breed cautions, and this caution's breeding a family.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Yeah, these drivers obviously kind of out of their rhythm a little bit, you know. Got good rhythm at the start of the race, but all these cautions kind of mixing up the field a little bit here. And,
yeah.
And bunching everyone back up together. We're coming up to 2 or 1 to go here.
Yeah,
Looks like it's going to be 2 to go. Or 1 to go.
Robert Brenneman, that 96 car, involved in the accident on lap 10 to bring out the first caution, is back out on track. Or no, he's not. Apparently I can't read.
Breaking news, kitchen found in kitchen. Or kitchen found, I can't talk. Fork found in kitchen as the green flag flies. Just say kitchen found in fork.
I had a long day at work today. Let's not talk about it. Contact in the back, still green. Contact in the back, continuing the 24 of Lions and the 82.
Oh, and there goes the 67.
The 67.
We stay green.
67 is third of it. We stay green. I don't know how.
No, great recovery there by the 67. Kind of keeping it rolling.
Brunelli still out in the lead. Michael Wade right in line.
Dave Sturtevant still out there with the Austin Dillon setup.
A lot of damage to the front end of that 67 car. Nosed into the inside wall. Still able to go.
The 18, that Goodrich machine out to the lead, the 5 right behind him. The field found its rhythm a little bit here, kind of separated out. Closest I see 2 cars right now is Caleb Hunt, and the 19 makes the pass. Everyone else got to separate themselves by about 3/10 or more.
Let's go back to that 24 car, that 9 car, Devin Lyons. You're just looking at it. Look how damaged that car is, and it's still keeping decent pace. Heavy right front damage to that 9 machine, and he's still driving.
Yeah, exactly. It just shows you how tough and durable these late models, not these late model stocks, these street stocks are. We'll see the late model stocks later on. They're a little less durable.
Yeah. Late model stocks, higher speed, less durability. So, I was expecting different grooves in this race, and it's trickled all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, I'll give you...
I anticipate the late model stocks are going to be all the way around the bottom with how much horsepower they have.
Yeah, these street stocks are like a work truck, right? They're slower, but you could beat the crap out of them, and they'll still crank right up. The late model stocks are more of like a Corvette, right? They're not like a supercar like the NASCAR cars are. They're like a Corvette, right? Still more durable than, you know, like a supercar or whatever, but definitely not as durable as your workhorse truck. Kind of a little analogy there. You see the 67 about to get lapped down here by the 18. For those of you just tuning in, the 67 gets spun about 5-6 laps ago, missing the front end there. We stay green. Brad's up top, and here comes the 18 on the bottom.
Here comes the 14 of Dave Billings, another lap car, trying to unlap himself. Nate Lyons goes one lap down as well. You see that 9 car on the bottom?
Yeah, staying out of the way and letting these boys race it out. Coming up to 20 to go here. And that 18 has that strong, commanding lead. Field is kind of single-filed out. Ashton Beam trying to get something done there on the 02.
Ashton Beam in the 25. He was involved in an incident earlier today. A little bit of right front damage, a little bit of left door damage, still able to continue racing. Now, a lot of drivers had damage from that massive wreck we had a couple laps ago. Let's see if we can get another look at it.
Another look at the wreck or the drivers?
The wreck.
Alright, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
It all started off at turn number 4. 33 and the 5 had contact. Let's see if we can get a nice overhead blimp camera to see. Get a look at this wreck.
I can't find it. It's here somewhere. We'll look at it post race.
Looking back live, there's David Brunelli by himself, all alone up in the lead.
And I got about a 2-second lead here. Here's Christian Shepard in the 3rd position, trying to get something done there on the 5 for 2nd.
And here comes Chad Allen in the 4. He came all the way from the back. He's up 12 positions from where he started. And he's just outside of a podium.
Yeah, you see there that 14, he is a lap down. Here comes the 19 to the bottom.
Contact almost, side by side still. Now backs out. We're watching this battle for 2nd. I've got my eye on a battle towards the back of the field. Adam Baker, Dylan Brumley, Brandon Willard. 3 cars going at it. Here's a look at it.
Let's get it from the blimp cam here. See that 17 up on the outside, 99 lurking behind.
Let's try it on board the 99, see if we can't get a look from the roof.
Oh, that is not the 99.
Oh, 17 gets loose.
This is on board the roof there, the 99 of Brandon Willard. Getting a really good look here at the telemetry data. Now, it's not exact, right? Like, he is not slamming on his brakes. This kind of gives you a good visualization of when you're on the gas, when you're on the brake, when you're letting off. You see these drivers now just ahead of him, the 33 and the 22 side by side. This is a battle for the 5th position. Coming up to 8 to go. Or 7 to go. See, the 22 gets it done. Here's the 99 looking at the inside of the 33. He's there.
That is a beat-up car, that 33 car. Involved in a number of incidents earlier today. Still able to keep going. And just outside the top 5 for that number 33 machine of Brad Nelson. Currently under fire from Brandon Willard and Dylan Brumley.
Yeah, 99 gets the pass done. Brandon Willard up to 6th. Maybe not yet. Still fighting there with Brad T. Nelson.
Nelson on the wall. 17. Oh, looks like he was going to go 3 wide.
No need to.
You yawning? This is exciting.
I've had a long day. I'm not yawning. It's a very exciting race. Don't get me wrong. I just have a long day and a long couple weeks ahead of me. See that 17 side by side with the 33. 3 to go here. Daniel Brunelli with a 4-second lead, taking the 2 to go. Coming through turns 1 and 2, about to take the white flag, and after the white flag flies, nothing else matters. Can't throw a caution. 18 comes, takes the white flag here at Southern National Motor Speedway. What a race it's been for the 18. Got pole position, lost it in the randomizer, but it doesn't matter. Coming off turns 3 and 4 to the checkered. That good wrench machine, 18, Daniel Brunelli gets the win here at Southern Nationals. And the M&S Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour. What a race.
What a race. Lots of chaos, lots of passing, but still had a decent green flag run at the end of the race. Daniel Brunelli wins, Michael Way second, Chad Allen third, Christopher Shepard fourth, Adam Baker rounds out your top 5.
You see the 18 there parking it on the checkered. Let's take a rundown through your finishing order tonight. All right, Rosca, take us away.
Daniel Brunelli wins, Michael Wade second, Chad Allen, Christopher Shepard, Adam Baker rounds out your top 5. Brandon Willard, Dylan Brumley, Brad Nelson, Adam Holston, last week's winner, finishing in the 9th position, and Jared Knopfsnyder pilots his way to a 10th place finish. Ashton Beam, Caleb Hunt, James Sturdivant. Tough day for Sturdivant. He finishes 13th. Dave Billings missed the start. Daniel Lyons, Hunter Rose, and Robert Brenneman rounds out your 17-car field.
Yeah, what a race it's been. Had a rough spot between laps 10 and 20, but we got it back clean and green for the end. All right, now let's
before we do post-race interviews, let's take a look again at that big wreck off of 4.
You and that big wreck off 4. It was the big one, to be fair, but all right,
yeah.
Let's take a look at it if I can find it, because
I was lap 14, if I remember correctly.
14.
Let's see. Driver number 14.
Well, yeah, I saw it was on lap 14. Alright, here we go. Is this it? No, that's when the... Yeah, hold on. I'm going to fast forward through this. The green.
The magic of television.
See him serving his black flag there. Trying to find exactly...
I think it was on the restart. Before the restart, he jumped.
Let's see. I think it was here. No.
That was the 20. That was the 67 spin.
Okay, so it was before that.
I think it was before his jump.
That was it?
Yeah. We'll see. We should really write this stuff down.
Okay, anyway.
That was the first wreck.
Anyway.
Well, worth a shot.
All right, now it's time for some post-race interviews presented here by M&S Welding and Repair. All right, finishing in the third position is Chad Allen in the 4 machine. Let's bring him in.
Where did he come from?
Nowhere. But he still finished. He still finished
exactly.
All right. If I can find him. Here he is. We're all waiting in the waiting room. What a novelty idea. Chad Allen, it's Robert McKay and Christopher Rosca here in the GFRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Got a good copy.
All right, finishing in the third position, coming from nowhere. Haven't talked about you at all during the race. Still came up in the third position. How does it feel?
It feels awesome, man. There was a wreck, a big wreck there toward the end, that last caution. I was able to zig and zag at the right time and got up, restarted fourth, and something happened, I think, on that restart, got everybody else behind, and we was able to fight it out for a top 3 finish.
Yeah, that caution you're talking about, me and Roscoe just spent about 5 minutes trying to find in the replay. But we'll say it was the big one, right? A lot of cars involved. It was 2 accidents, really. Got one coming off 4 and then the one into turn 1. So glad you're able to zigzag your way through it. The car feel good. I know some drivers were complaining about their car. Obviously, it must have been good enough for you to finish third.
Yeah, I was about mid-pack in practice, about 9th, 8th, somewhere like that. Then I didn't do real well in qualifying, so I thought, you know what, it's perfect start in the back, and let's just ease our way to the front. And that's what we did. It worked out tonight. Don't always work out like that, but, man, it feels good to finish in top 3, especially over here in Mystics Racing League. You know, it's always fun and competitive.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen that last week, and we're certainly seeing it this week. Before we let you go, any drivers you want to thank, sponsors, family members, etc.? The floor is yours.
Oh, man. Of course, got to thank my family for letting me race, man. Michael Wade, Brandon Willard, Kyle from Misfits Racing. He's been working on me with short tracks, and maybe it's working out. Maybe I'm learning something. I know I'm forgetting some people, man. A lot of people. It takes a village to make a race car driver on iRacing. I figured that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes a village to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, congrats on your first podium of the season. Go celebrate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You too.
Whew.
All right. Now time to bring in the second place driver. Let's bring in Michael Wade, finishing in the second position. Michael Wade, it's Robin McKay and Christopher Rosca here in the GFRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, well, you finished second, about 4.8 seconds behind Daniel Brunelli. There was no catching me at the end. But how's it feel to finish second after that chaotic race?
Feels good. I think in practice, I practiced second fastest, and in qualifying, I think I want to say I was third fastest. It was, I think I couldn't catch Daniel. I don't know if I used my stuff up too soon or what the case was, but he was fast, and it's just like I wasn't pulling in on him, so I didn't know what I could have done different, but somehow I kept second place.
Yeah, exactly, and there was no catching Daniel Brunelli. It did. He kind of pulled away from everyone, and it wasn't just you. I mean, you had a 4/10 gap to Chad Allen, 2/10 gap, or 6/10 gap to fourth place. So I think Daniel Brunelli kind of saved something there at the end. We'll ask him here in a minute. Overall, great race from you. Kept it mostly clean. Didn't really see you in any of the wrecks tonight. Before we let you go, any drivers you want to thank, sponsors, family members, etc.?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys here in Misfits Racing League. I got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. My family, it's been kind of hard this week. My niece had to go to the hospital. She's got some personal stuff going on, and just praying for her, and hopefully things go well. And yeah, hopefully we can maybe win the next one.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Good luck, and go celebrate that second place finish.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, and last but certainly not least, winning by a whopping 4.8 seconds, we have The 18 of Daniel Brunelli. Congrats on the win. How does it feel?
It feels good. Good rebound from last week. Last week we had some bad luck, but to come out and do this at Southern National, it's definitely a good rebound from last week.
Yeah, exactly. Able to keep the front of the car facing forward and avoid the wrecks. You won the pole, then kind of got lucked out of it with the randomizer, but you still found your way to the lead there. Obviously, you had some speed under that hood. Do you think it was just saving your stuff, or did you find something that the other drivers didn't tonight?
I don't know. I didn't really say much at all. I ran 50 qualifying laps. I just didn't slide them, spin them. I tried to keep the wheel as straight as I could coming off the corner, and it just worked out.
Yeah, with 50 laps, not a whole lot of tire saving. But you managed to do it. You came out at the front. You won the race after a lot of chaos there in the middle of that race. Before we let you go, any drivers you want to thank, sponsors, family members, etc.?
Yeah, I want to thank M&S Welding for sponsoring the division. I want to thank Brandon and all the admins for putting this up and letting us run this. I want to thank my mom and dad for letting me do this. And I want to shout out to Ryan, who's watching over in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, well, again, you got the win done. You won it by over 5 seconds, the largest gap in both series so far, street stocks and late models. Go celebrate.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Well, that'll do it for us for now. This has been the M&S Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour at Southern National. In about an hour, though, the Hudson Auto Works Late Model Stock Tour will take the green flag here on the Green Flag Racing Network. We'll see you then.